Thank you for joining Effortless Attraction. My name is Evelyn McAleer. I'm the author of A Life You Want, Effortless, and The Woman's Journey. I'm a life coach, business mentor, and inspirational speaker. And my greatest value is making a difference in people's lives. So I hope through these podcasts, I can make a difference to your life.
Effortless Attraction podcast is sponsored by Maria Young Wellbeing, wellness mentor and creator of Infusion, a platform designed to inspire health, wealth, abundance, and a life lived with purpose. Maria conducts events, trainings, and the blending of practical tools for lasting change. Her mission is simple: to help you live well and rise strong. You can explore more at www.mariayoungwellbeing.co.uk or infusion.mn.co.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another Effortless Attraction podcast. Today, I have a beautiful woman that I am about to do a wee interview with. Her name is Maria Young. She's a holistic practitioner, a tutor, a wellness mentor, and the heart behind Infusion, which I am so excited to get talking about. It's a space where health, abundance, and personal growth flow together. With a gift for blending practical tools and soulful wisdom, she helps people nurture their body, mind, soul, and emotions so they can create lives that they truly love. Through her events, trainings, and the new Infusion app, Maria has built a warm, welcoming community where transformation feels possible and where living well and rising strong becomes a beautiful way of life. Well, what a lovely introduction. Maria, you are most welcome today.
Evelyn, thank you so much. It's just so lovely to be here.
Does it feel a bit surreal when somebody's reading that information back? This is me.
Yeah, it's like, who is this woman? I want to meet her. She's exactly what I need in my life. Who is she?
And you have created this woman. It's an amazing thing, and it's something that we truly love doing is showing people themselves, I suppose, through the eyes of another. Well, and a lot of people will say, I wish I could see me through your eyes, but you have created so much, Maria. You're living proof of what it is that you deliver to many. So let's start with Maria Young Wellbeing. You are now coming into your 10th year. 10 years. Does it seem like that?
Definitely not. It's just gone in a flash. It really has. And don't they always say when you do something that you love, it's not like a job, you're not marking time, it just flies through. And I cannot believe 10 years already. And yeah, it's just gone from strength to strength. And Maria Young Wellbeing, I think, just keeps changing, but that's because of my interaction with my clients, the people that I meet, mentors like yourself. And it's like, yeah, let's ramp this up a bit. Let's change this. Let's give people a little bit more, or even asking people, what is it that you want? What is it that you need? And how can I help with providing that? So yeah, we keep changing. So it makes it very interesting.
But isn't that the whole purpose of life, evolution or evolving? I think as a creative being and a wellness tutor and mentor yourself, you have to keep evolving. Now, you and like myself as well, may be delivering the same message that you were from day dot, that your values are still the same. But it's like, how can I enhance this platform? And anyway, I'm going to allow you. Tell us, this Maria Young Wellbeing is the umbrella, but you have a diverse range of platforms that you assist people. So you can tell us all about it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Maria Young Wellbeing actually started out with the hands-on treatments, the reflexology, and all the holistic practices and therapies, which I still love to this day. And then it shifted into the training of these courses to our holistic students who are now qualified practitioners who come out with an accreditation, which is fantastic. Because again, I can't do it all, and why would I keep it all for me? So by me training these incredible men and women who are going out self-employment or just a change of career, they're spreading what then they know to other people, and it's a ripple effect. It's lovely. And so I love the teaching element of it. I really do. And obviously, I still keep my clients for the holistic therapies. And then it was actually something that a few clients had said. Sometimes it's difficult to get them off the treatment bed, which I suppose is a compliment in a way. And some of them have been leaving saying, gosh, Maria, I could sit here all day and chat to you, or we just need a wee bit of Maria in our pocket. And, you think, really? Really? What did I say? But it might have just been a little nugget that they've heard just from somebody else that's helped them to take the next step. And having a little bit of Maria in your pocket more than once got me thinking too, do you know what? Why not? Why not? And what would this look like? And I am not a tech person, so looking at apps and platforms and how to get the message across was a bit of a challenge. But do you know what? Um, you deal with it, you find out about it, you ask people, and you pull in that support. And I found that what I think is the perfect platform for this, and it's on the Mighty Networks platform. And the new app is called Infusion. So it's bringing a bit of Maria, a bit of what we chat about in our treatments, a bit of just, what comes up in life's conversations. And I might have had experience of it that I can share with somebody else, or tips and tools. And then maybe I'll hear things that I can pass on then to other clients. So it's bringing it all together in one platform for our subscribers. And so yeah, it's an app that you can use on the go. So it's a little bit of Maria in your pocket. And you can turn the volume down if you don't want to hear me.
Well, as someone that's on your app,
Thank you. Yes.
my experience from the receiver end, and I never take it for granted that people even know what is an app, and it's not to make people stupid, because as you say about technology, like what you know could be a wealth of stuff comparing to someone else. So it's an application. It's just like what a Facebook app, Instagram app, all of these things that sit on our phones are applications. And
Yeah.
Maria's is called Infusion. And you get that by visiting your website,
Yes. And the
Maria
link.
Young Wellbeing.co.uk. You will go on, it's so easy and effortless to get. Go on to Maria's website. There will be a QR code or a link. And a QR code is you just scan, go into your photos as if you're taking a photograph, and scan this QR code. And lo and behold, you're brought to the Infusion app that you'll install.
That's it.
And as a subscriber, it is so affordable. It's £10 a month, or you
It-
can pay. You have the option to pay for the yearly subscription. But what I have gained from that, Maria, as well, all of your beautiful meditations, the amount of time that you have taken to sit, to record, to have it of very high quality, to hear an Irish accent, because there are so many apps, that have American accents that they're far away. Now
Yes.
we have someone that we know, or perhaps if people haven't personally interacted with you, a familiarity.
Yeah.
And you're the first person I've said to you before when we started this call. I don't know anybody else that has an app. So if anyone decides, like for an affordable price of £10, to have this little app on your phone that you press, Maria gives words of wisdom on a daily basis. There are meditations there. If you're feeling stressed, listen to that. De-stress. If you're looking to manifest or visualize, it's there. If you're looking to sleep better, it's all there.
Yeah, that
And,
and plenty more, yeah. And
and
we have
plenty
a
more.
we have a feed in there too. It's a bit like your Facebook feed, only it is only the members of that group that have access to that feed. And it's open for people to share. We call it the daily drop. And it can be a quote, it could be an affirmation, it could be a share, it could be a photograph, whatever. But there's everything from essential oils to just understanding how we work with our body, with our mind, with our soul, with our emotions. We talk a lot about our essential oils, and I also have a little bit in there called the Book Nook. And it is, I just love, it's like a little corner whenever, if I'm populating it, I feel like I've gone into the Book Nook and I want to just keep adding recommended reading in there. And I'm also it's a work in progress. We're still adding to it. So that there'll be new stuff in there as well, and there'll be some paid courses and some free courses in there also. So when those are all ready for publishing, you'll get a notification. So
Well, that's wonderful. And you're very easy to contact. It's not that you know who's behind this app, who's there, and you're never a million miles away if someone needs to contact you regarding.
yeah,
And your book nook, has that wonderful author, Evelyn McAleer, made it to the book nook?
she has 3 times. She's so
Fabulous.
good. She had to be
Well
in
worth
there
the
three
subscription.
times. It is. Your 3 books are in there because they're just, they resonate with people. They're relevant, and you know, I go with the 3 R's whenever if somebody's talking about me or if I'm engaging with people, it's like, you're going to get me raw, you're going to get me real, and hopefully you'll get me relevant. And I
Yeah.
just want to bring all that material in as well for people just to go, oh my gosh, it's not just me, or uh, there's other people who's experienced this, or this is how they've overcome that. So yes, you are in there. And I also have a little section um, called Maria's Manuscripts, and that's a few books that I'm working on at the moment. They're nowhere near ready, but they're out there. So yeah,
Watch this space.
watch this space indeed.
Always evolving. Well, with so much taking place with work, and you have family there too. You've been flying back and forward to England to your granddaughter for
Yeah.
as long as I can remember. How old is your granddaughter?
Grace is 4 now, Evelyn. And yeah, when she was born, I moved across, closed the business and moved across to England and lived with them for almost 8 months, just to help her mum and dad get back to work, go through a house move, etc. So she and I have a really great, strong bond from that early years. And she's 4 now, and I visit every month. I get across every month, and that is important for me. And we're all going through a big transition at the moment. They're moving to the US because of work commitments. So we'll make that work too because we want to.
Isn't this part of all the evolution as well?
Totally, totally.
So, with all of those things that's taking place, work, family, busy bee, where does Maria time come in?
I will be honest, there probably needs to be a little bit more of Maria time, but I do get it. Like I'm speaking to you now from Spain. We have a beautiful holiday place out here. I'm actually, what, about an hour down the road from you? Um, but yeah, switching off, being in a little bit of sunshine, different environment. I love reading. I am the eternal student, and I'm always doing courses. I'm always learning. And then what I learn, I have to share. So does that then cross over into work? Maybe, but it doesn't feel like it. I love meeting with my friends when I get that opportunity and just having a bit of downtime and talking about the world and all its nonsense that's going on in it. So yeah, yeah. And I love going for my own treatments as well. So that's my downtime. That's Maria time.
Yeah, well, you practice what you preach because
Yeah,
otherwise, if we don't, you become the false prophet. You start questioning your own abilities. Am I actually doing this, what I'm saying to others? Oh, you should do this. Am I doing it?
absolutely. Yeah. I remember a client saying to me once, "Oh my gosh, Maria, how do you get all the time? Like, do you get up really early in the morning and do your meditations and your journaling and just sitting quietly and when do you fit your yoga in?" And I just went, "What? Uh, No, there are days that none of those things happen. There are days when two of those things might happen, but for 2 minutes." So yeah, I I have a home to run as well, and and family is massive for me. So I have to fit that in, and I love fitting that in. So um yeah, it's just working everything around what's important. And it's not about creating that balance either. That's a real irk for me, this work-life balance. If things could integrate, and I think that's where infusion came from as well. You just, allowing things to infuse, to integrate, um, it ends up being a little bit more pleasant rather than, oh, I've spent too much time on work now. I need to balance that out with time at home. Just let them infuse, let them integrate. And it often becomes a little bit more pleasant.
Well, from a woman that was in full-time employment
Yep,
to someone that decided to step out and have their own career,
yep,
it's one of my favorite topics to speak about because it is absolutely petrifying. You're stepping away from the security of this salary, of the monthly or weekly wage, and then you're stepping into something that fulfills. There's a word, that you try to place, something that brings me something else other than, we need to generate an income.
yeah,
What do you believe are, for someone that perhaps is sitting going, I'd love to do holistic work, but then that fear comes in, will I have enough clients? I've seen this before. Will people come? What do you feel that people need to generate within themselves? That belief
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
for
can
sure.
succeed at this.
Yeah, and it comes up actually in the trainings with the students, they decide to do one of the holistic therapy training courses. They're already maybe in full-time employment. They're maybe thinking of stepping away, but again, that fear because of the being an employee, and self-employment scares them. And self-employment is not easy. You are everything. And to be honest, I get a little bit lonely at times because it's just me and I'm wearing every hat. And sometimes you get those hats mixed up, if you get to take them off as well. But what I would share with clients is, you don't have to burn all your boats immediately. Sometimes people would encourage you to do that, and it almost forces you to keep you on this new track, this new path, and there is no going back. But if the fear is so great, don't burn all those bridges or those boats immediately. Try it. And I have had students who have come through training courses and have qualified, and they don't do anything with it other than it's just their thing. They do it with friends and family, and there's no pressure, and they still have that opportunity to be in employment and maybe go part-time.
Maybe
You
does
know,
it become a hobby rather than a job?
it it can do for some people. Yeah, it can do. But again, if you want anything to pay you like a business, you got to run it like a business, as they say. But um, it's your business, and that's the beautiful thing about it. You get to dictate the days, the hours, the investment that you're asking people to invest in their well-being. Um, so yeah, you are very much your own boss. And
you know yourself, sorry for interrupting, Maria, when you work for yourself, it's extremely difficult to go back and work for somebody else.
oh,
Nobody would, I don't know if anybody would say
I
that
couldn't.
except if they need, no, I need the security of the income.
Yeah. And I have some friends who are therapists and have gone back and taken part-time job but kept their therapy business as well. Personally, I couldn't do it. I need that flexibility. I need that time freedom for family and for Maria time. And it gives me that. And yeah, you make it up somewhere else. And if it's something that you really want to do, just trust and try it. Because there's students who come through and they complete a course and they go, no, that's really not me after all. And that's okay. And they
Mm.
haven't burned any bridges. But
Mhm.
if it's something that enhances what they already do, or it gives them an opening to a career change, fantastic. And my goodness, we need so many more holistic practitioners out there.
Well, that
I,
was just taking me on to my next
yeah,
part, because we can easily see if we chose to what is not going right with the world. And that when someone goes to receive holistic treatment, they want to leave the room. I feel relaxed. I feel calm. But I think if it's about vibration and it's about energy in this world, and if we could get people, and that's why I'm always crying out for people, please stand up. Please show your gifts and talents to the world. Please bring a change, because you have it all within you. It's just that you're afraid
Yeah.
of stepping forth, or who am I, or how could I make a difference? And this is what this podcast is all about, to make a difference in people's lives, but through holistic therapists. And it's not a woo-woo thing. People say woo-woo. Not at all. Not at all. That is gone, dead and
Yeah.
gone. This is to shift people's energies, because that exists within in our bodies. It's not just bones and blood and skin, it's energy. Now, do
Yeah.
you find when clients come to you where you're doing the hands-on, Maria, there is blocked energy?
Oh, totally, totally. And over the years, there's been a few clients where I've had the conversation with them, in that we're not going to go ahead with the treatment, with the therapy. And here's why. The blockage, the energetic blockage, is so huge, that you can't facilitate them opening up any more than they are willing to open up at that time. And I often say to clients, I don't do anything. I just simply create the environment, raise that vibration, and you do all the work. And this little look of terror across their faces, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. They do. They do. And it's allowing the body physically to just take that time out, that conscious time out, and allow what's to come to the surface, what's to come to the fore, and just allow that to release. And I am there to facilitate that. You're always kept safe in my environment. And it's so much more than the treatment. Clients often say, oh my gosh, I can't even describe how I feel. I didn't create that. They did that themselves, and I've just held that space for them. Um, and the acknowledgement that most of my clients get and need, is they feel that they've just shifted a little bit, but it's a huge shift, because they're not in the space that they were an hour prior,
Mm-hmm.
an hour before that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about how you make people feel. It's what you give off and how you make them feel at the end of that treatment. But I really wish, and maybe it was around, I'm not that old, but whenever I was growing up or going through different things in life, that I had access to that. And it probably was all there, but financially, or it just wasn't talked about.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's another reason why I thought, I'm doing this and providing this service, and different branches of this service, or different versions of it, because I would have loved to have had access to this when I needed it.
Again, the same thing for myself. I remember about life coaching, having to type it in. It seemed such an American terminology. But then there's that phrase, life reflects back to us what is taking place within us. So at that time, I suppose within even anyone listening to this, that I may have stumbled across this, or this just happened to come up on my feed, that when we're operating ourselves, or things have taken place outside of us in our life, and we feel in such despair, we feel so sad, all of those heavy emotions and feelings. But yet, in all, we think that there's none of these things that we're about.
No.
And then all of a sudden, then the other phrase is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And lo
Yeah.
and behold, there we go. You put your first foot on that path, and you're like, I think this is for me.
Yeah. That is the case. And sometimes it starts with just people coming for a treatment, and then they're like, I've got to know more about this. And that's how I got into it. It was through an experience that I had, that as a result of that, I ended up having reflexology and Reiki with a lovely lady in Enniskillen. And I was like, oh, something's shifting in me. What is this? I can't I can't really describe it, because it was more of a feeling, but I am curious, and I've got to find out more about what this is. And then obviously I started looking into reflexology and into Reiki, and started studying it, and to the rest history.
Yeah. But I know you, Maria, this good few years, and you see, you're my type of woman. You're very driven. I love somebody that says, yep, that's for me. I mind you, the old ego can drift us down the wrong path and all
Yeah,
the time. Think, oh, I'd like that. That sound looks shiny and stuff. But you're full of drive. You do invest in yourself financially. And therefore then, but you get to learn more from that there. And as you being a mentor, how important it is for us all to have a mentor.
yeah,
Because we'll have so much that motivation and it can be short lived. Oh, I'd like to do this. Oh, I'd like to do that. By the joys of having a mentor, they keep you on track and keep you on path. But I love when people are driven. I love when, if someone says, I'll have a wee think about that, have a wee think. But I need to learn patience because, oh, let me, if it sits too long, I'm like, all right. Because I suppose that's the type of person that I have been. Even when I didn't have money, I says, I'll be getting the money. If I
yeah,
wanted to do that course, I'll get the money for that. That feels right to me.
yeah,
And you do.
yeah. Comes
Um,
back in another way. Like God's our supply, and if it's meant for you, and I always think God never ever put, personally for me anyway, He never puts an idea or a plan in your heart without the backup, without the means. And we
mm,
get caught up in the, but how, but how, but how? And it's like, will you just enroll in the course or show an interest in it? Or will you just start to write the book? Or will you just start to do the course? Whatever, and it will unfold. And it has happened so many times. We're down to the wire, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to pay for this today. And lo and behold, it
something takes place.
it certainly does. And it is just incredible. So learning to trust as well and learning to listen to that wee voice inside because it comes in for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here we are, the both of us. Not bumming or blowing, but I'll allow my ego to run a wee bit. Go on ahead there now. I know we were meant to actually sit face to face,
I
but
know. Yeah.
Robin talk unwell. And
Yeah.
but here we are, the two of us sitting in Spain, an hour or so, an hour and a half down the road from each other, with this wonderful thing called technology, but that our business allows us because, you know, if you're on the move and go and you've been traveling quite a lot, and perhaps you just never know what future plans or goals that Maria has set in place for herself, but being able to evolve and bring your business online as well. So I know you're doing the practical where people come to you and you do the hands-on. What is it then that you offer online for people, Maria?
Online, they can enroll on the different accredited courses, and that can take place completely online. There's also the consultancy aspect of it, a new student who've qualified in their training course and they just do not know where to get started in business. That package or those programs are also in place.
And can you
Um,
just highlight what those, just in case nobody knows what it is, but what's these programs she's running? What are they
Yeah,
for?
so they are all on the website as well. So it's, if it's guiding you to take the next step to get your business up and running. It could be marketing, it could be how do I get started? Do I need premises? I remember whenever I was starting, it was like I didn't even know what diary to use. I didn't know what kind of foot spa I needed. And a great friend, mutual friend of ours, Andrea Shaw, bless her, I had her heart broke in that. And where did you get that? And how will I get that? And who does that? So it's bringing together all these things that just get you started in business if that is the route that you want to go down. So there's different levels to that.
Yeah.
And one can lead you on to the other.
So what's the accredited then courses you do? What are the treatments that you teach people?
Yeah, so all the accredited courses are GTI, the Guild Training International, and they are reflexology, which is 6 month course. You can do Hopi ear candling with the lymphatic drainage face massage. You can do the doTERRA aroma touch technique massage, Reiki. Um, you put me in the spot now, and I've actually forgotten what else that I teach. It's just, but
That's
yes,
just, listen, you could have somebody that's listening that's in the holistic environment and get that, or
yeah,
someone that's just sitting thinking, God, I'd like to learn that wee
yeah.
holistic, or
And we've
the Hopi ear candle thing. I'd like to.
Yeah, uh-huh. And those are lovely little half-day courses, so they're not big time consuming courses away from home or your business. And it can help a therapist or practitioner get up and running immediately, even if it's just one modality. that they want to start with. But reflexology is the biggie. We have our next 2 blocks coming up now in October. Block 4 is fully booked. Block 5, we still have 2 places left. And you know what? That will happen as well.
And when is that taking place then, Block 5?
October.
October of 2025, because God knows when
Yes.
somebody did this.
And they finish February 26th.
Okay. And all they have to do is go to Maria's website, mariayoungwellbeing.co.uk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to announce that Maria Young Wellbeing is the official sponsor of Effortless Attraction podcast.
Honored, honored. Thank you. And you're welcome.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing. I love, connection with, the sponsors that make a difference.
Yeah. Why should we keep it all to ourselves? I can't hold all this stuff. We got to share it out. And it's great because people have shared with me, you have shared with me, and we mentioned Andrea before, and there's so many incredible people and female entrepreneurs that just keep sharing, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's not like, no, this is mine, you're not having this. And I've had people say to me, Maria, you're training all these people, and like they could open a business down the road from you. And what?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. There's enough for everyone. My goodness, there's enough for everybody, isn't there?
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Well,
I could sit and chat to you all day.
well, you see how easy this is. This is Maria's first podcast.
It is.
Not a bother to her. Effortless.
You've made it so easy. Thank you.
I am excited to see about, this new Apple. Honestly, Maria, well done to you and everything that you have done, that you've achieved,
Thank you.
and all the people's lives that you've made a difference to, and the personality that you have. And I know, listen, people behind closed doors, there's days, as you say, you could get very lonely, you could sit and cry, you get frustrated, you're banging your head against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And this too, it all passes. Everything passes in life. Everything that we're doing now all passes. But on a deeper level question, whenever, if we get the luxury of experiencing a final breath, would you look back and think, I have really lived a full life?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm taking every opportunity that I can that's been given to me, whether it's for a day or to run for a few years. But yeah, just leaving people with that feeling of, wow, that wasn't hard at all, or I can do it, or I know a way to do it, or I can hear Maria in my ear, because I can still hear my mentors in my ear. Yeah. Now, if God wants to send me more, send it on. I'm ready. And we'll have a look at it. But yeah, absolutely. I think I've fulfilled, maybe not the way maybe people thought things would work out, but I can honestly say, yeah, I've taken things and I've run with them. And if they've worked out, great. And if they haven't, that's okay.
You
I've
learn
left.
from that, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
And
you
I
also learned too, I suppose, especially through your work, to listen to your body. When you're tired or things start reacting in your body, you're thinking, hold on, I'm not listening here. I need to stop. I need to
yeah.
pull in here because you love what it is that you do. And when I suppose people, when they start out or even through the years, they just want to keep giving, 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 but you can't.
I now know that, and I also know I cannot do it all on my own. And a big thing for me, a big change for me, was reaching out to ask for help from other people. Um, and that was a big deal for me to do that, because I was one of those people, no, no, I'll sort it. I'll look after it. I've got it under control. And it's okay to ask for help. It is so okay. So yeah,
When people become very independent, and I see this quite a lot, where we
yeah.
see ourselves as strong women, and that it's weak to ask, can I get help? I always just say, send the right people to me at the right time, and it'll all
Oh
come at
my
an
gosh.
affordable price. Could you just, yeah,
Yeah,
I need a wee bit of
absolutely.
help here.
Yeah, thank you for guiding me to the right people, and thank you for guiding the right people to me.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
even though, here's the thing too, that someone may come into their lives that we think are completely the wrong person, but they were there to redirect me to something else, something for me to learn from rather than being angry with them. Because we expect
Yes.
these right people that's coming in at the right time to be, oh, hello, how can I help you? This is what you should do. And we envisage that. And strangely enough, the people that can come into our lives could be rude or nasty or manipulative, or we can attract that in too.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
again is to see, okay, I'm being redirected here to something different, or it's to teach me something about me. Have I got out of that not feeling good enough?
Yeah.
As this, because we get those lessons too, and it's a big thing when I'm working with people that comes up that they're not good enough. No matter how successful it looks like in their life, I'm not good enough. And then we
I
might
know.
get those wee things to actually still believe this.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's quite, I feel quite sad whenever I see a client or hear a client say that, or they feel that they're not good enough. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is sad. That it really is. And it's not the first treatment where I've got emotional, and I'm not going to be the stiff upper lip practitioner. It impacts on me as well. And we end up having this beautiful conversation and other things unfold. And there's an awareness then for both of us, for client and practitioner. And that's a learning tool that just takes us then and on to the next step.
Well, Maria, for anyone that would like some of your beautiful treatment,
Yeah.
where are you located?
I am located in the little village called Eglinton, and we are on the north coast, just 2 minutes from City of Derry Airport, just on the outskirts of Derry.
And there you go. I just thought I'd put that one out there.
Thank you.
I know she's some road in Ireland. That
Put
it has to be
Eglinton on the
there.
map.
Yeah, and she's online as well
Yeah.
for anyone that would like to find out more about what Maria does. Do get the app. I would highly recommend that. Go onto her website and download the link and have that as your wee daily thought for the day. Take a 10-minute break. I think I'd have a wee meditation here. Listen to Maria's lovely, relaxing voice. And you never know. You might just see a wee course and think, oh, I'd like to try that one out now.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Meet all these new people.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Maria, I want to say thank you for being the sponsor of this show
You're
because, as you
welcome.
know, there's a lot of work goes on and behind the scenes of everything that we do. When you work for yourself, people see the end result. They sometimes don't see what goes on behind. As you say, you have to be everything. I need to be the camera woman. I need to be the thing. And you know what? I said to Jim, Jim gets quite a lot of credit for the work Evelyn does. I swore Jim was film. Was Jim not videoing you? No, I kind of do that myself now. But he
I
just,
loved it
just
because
like stuff.
just as a side note, I thanked you and Jim for some work, and you're like, well, actually, I did it all by myself.
I know the ego just wouldn't sit
I
still because I
love
read it
that.
out to Jim and Jim says, but I didn't do anything. I says, but people do think that you do. I'm like this. Penelope Pitstop, she was this way help us. Help. Oh, help. And I could have said nothing. He does the big stuff. He does the big promo stuff, the big drone. Anything else, Evelyn takes care
Fantastic.
of.
What a team. What a team.
Well, the team is right. Maria, thank you so much for your time. I say thank you for being the sponsor of this podcast show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the time that you've given to listen to this podcast. And we hope that something we have shared today may make a difference in your life. And in turn, that may have a ripple effect on someone else's life. Imagine if today we all decided, first thing in the morning, to get up as we do, but look at ourselves in the mirror and say, good morning. You are beautiful. We are going to have a great day. And imagine if we interacted with great people that felt the same way. You'd nearly think, geez, I must be living in a different planet than all these other people that are mumbling and grumbling. Change starts with ourselves first and foremost. And then you get to meet them great people like Maria Young. So thank you, Maria, for your time today.
Oh, Evelyn, thank you so, so much for this incredible opportunity. It's been an experience and it's just a beautiful one. Thank you.